It's Christmas time and there should be presents for all, even for bonsai trees. In this video we'll unpack, assemble and have a look at the gift that my bonsai got for Christmas. Winter is called the season of light for many reasons. The amount of available natural daylight is not one of them. So unless you live in a tropical climate, light is a bit scarce during winter months and all your indoor plants probably wish for some extra light. This year the wish of my bonsai came true. A representative of the Mars Hydro company reached out to me and offered to sponsor the channel with a grow tent setup for my bonsai. So naturally I jumped at the opportunity to keep my bonsai happy for the winter months. And the tent arrived just in time for Christmas. Now let's get it unpacked and assembled. Afraid of damaging the content? There's a safe way to do this. First, cut the tape at the end of the flaps, and then cut the tape between the flaps while pulling up on them. So what's inside the box? First, there's an extra layer of protection just in case someone ignores the safety warning on the box. Then comes the tent cloth, a nice set of stickers, my daughters would just love to stick these on the furniture. There's another cardboard layer here in case someone opens it from the bottom side. And finally there's a bag of metal corner pieces, some straps for holding the filtering system if you have one, the metal frame bars, and of course the user manual. Now on to the assembly. The user manual lists all available tent models and the assembly instructions for each. The one I received is the 120 by 60 cm version, which is also indicated on the box label. The assembly is pretty straightforward, easier than the assembly of a fabric or cloth wardrobe if you ever had to build one of those. The metal structure is built first. The letter on each metal piece is referenced in the user manual to indicate where each piece should go. Metal parts are put together using a spring-loaded pin mechanism. Everything literally clicks into place, so there are no tools required for the assembly. I started at the base and assembled it first. Then I worked my way up click by click. With the frame all done, it was time to unpack the tent cloth and prepare it for assembly. The floor tray is wrapped inside, but we don't need it yet, so I'll just set it aside for now. The tent cloth must be opened completely for pulling it over the frame, so it has to be unzipped all the way. I found it easier to lay down the tent cloth and to start by sliding on its top part. It takes a bit of fiddling since the cloth material is thick and rigid, but it only takes around a minute to pull it over the frame. Once the top part is in, I pull the bottom over one side of the frame, then turn the tent over, and finally I do the other side. The bottom part of the zipper can now be closed to bring the tent in an upright position. The last metal support elements are meant to hold the ventilation and filtering system. They go on the top side of the frame and can be easily installed from the inside of the tent. The last thing to install is the waterproof floor tray. It may be because of my thick fingers, but I found it a bit difficult to attach the tray using the Velcro strips. This is how the tent looks like after assembly, from the front, back and sides. Now let's have a closer look at some of the tent features. The corner pieces of the frame are made of metal and equipped with a plastic protection cap to prevent damage to the tent fabric. The heavy-duty zipper is the part that will probably see the most wear since it provides access to the tent interior. Two strips of material sewn on the inside of the tent overlap when the zipper is closed to cover it and eliminate light leaks. The tent door can be held open by tying the strap on the door to the one on the side of the tent. It's clearly a useful feature when you need to water the plants, for example, but I would have preferred to have a carabiner here for quick hanging and quick release of the door. The inside of the tent is made out of diamond mylar, a highly reflective material that redirects all that precious light toward the plants. There are plenty of duct holes. 2 large ones on the sides of the tent to accommodate the installation of a ventilation and filtering system, 2 smaller ones on the back side for power cables, and another large one on the top side. All are double clinching ports and can be closed if not used. There are also 3 air vents, each having a mylar lined cover. The covers are held in place by Velcro strips and can be detached to let in fresh air. Each vent is also equipped with a built-in mesh screen, probably for keeping away critters. Make sure you securely attach the Velcro covering if you think light leaks might be an issue. There's another window built into the door which you can use for ventilation or for spying on your plants. I noticed that the Velcro strips on this cover are slightly offset toward the outside, probably to provide better covering. So if you worry about light leaks, keep this in mind when you put the cover back on. There's even a pouch that can be attached either on the inside or the outside of the tent for storing various light objects. The tent is assembled, but it feels like something's missing. It was the grow light, of course. Because what's a grow tent without a grow light, right? There, that's much better. This is the Mars Hydro SP3000 grow light, to which I'm dedicating a separate video. I've only been using the tent for a few days now, so here are a few first impressions. First off, I think the 120 by 60 cm or 4 by 2 feet is the perfect tent size if you don't have too much room space. It could easily fit in a closet, next to a fridge or a wardrobe. The waterproof floor tray will probably save me many headaches caused by unintentional spills when watering the plants, although it will need to be taken out and cleaned from time to time. Temperature is an important aspect for the plants, and this grow light produces a lot of heat, so I've put in a small weather station to monitor the inside and outside temperature. While keeping the door open, the inside temperature stays between 27 and 28 degrees Celsius, while the temperature right outside the tent is at 25 degrees. With the door closed, lateral vents and top duct hole open, the inside temperature is already at 30 degrees Celsius with only a small effect on the temperature surrounding the tent. And with all the ducts and vents closed, the inside temperature increased about 2 degrees more. I'm not concerned about light leaks, but I checked anyway, and there were maybe 1 or 2 the size of a pinpoint that weren't even picked up by the camera sensor, which I think is pretty good. I'm sure my bonsai will enjoy this new winter spa area, and this will be reflected in their future evolution. I will try to document my experience with using a grow tent, so if there's anything in particular you would like to find out, or if you have any questions about the grow tent, or even some suggestions on using it, please leave me a comment. Thank you for watching, I'm Stefan and I'll see you in the next Odd Bonsai video.